An estimated 20,000 planes are flying in the world. They transport up to 3 billion people each year. And as flying becomes more affordable in emerging economies, those numbers are only set to rise. Scientists and environmental activists say this is damaging to the environment. A 6-hour flight, for example, generates up to 20% of the greenhouse gases your car emits for a whole year. As pressure builds to fight the climate crisis, airlines are trying to find more sustainable solutions.
Nearly all airlines are taking the sustainability agenda very seriously, and their heads of sustainability are working with us to find pathways to increase the availability of sustainable fuels, look at how electrification can impact them, particularly for much shorter range routes, and also looking to more and more efficient engines and airframes.
Biofuels are seen as a way for airlines to cut their carbon emissions, but many companies are still reluctant to switch.
Well, biofuel is more expensive because the supply is not able to match demand worldwide. So provisioning the right quantity of biofuel is vital, but more importantly is to find alternative fuel like synthetic fuel that would not be impacting on environment in other dimensions.
Growing numbers of consumers are becoming more conscious of their carbon footprint, and some airlines want to help them reduce it. Delta Airlines says it plans to invest $1 billion over the next decade to reduce its emissions. It's the first airline to make such a pledge. Scandinavian Airlines says it wants to cut its emissions by 20% by 2030. It plans to do it by reducing the sale of duty-free items to make its planes lighter. British Airways says it's committed to having net zero carbon emissions by 2050. But analysts say it will take a long time for the entire industry to go green.
I think the pressure is quite big. I think it is quite big. And I think the industry has understood. But they need time to react. They cannot do it in 1 year. It's not possible.
Some manufacturers say they have found a solution. In December, the world's first fully electric aircraft was tested in Canada. It was designed by SmartFlyer. The Swiss company says it's developing a hybrid electric aircraft and is aiming for a maiden flight in 2022. The company says these innovations would not only cut aircraft emissions, but they would also make planes cheaper to operate. That could mean lower ticket prices for all of us, meaning a win for the consumer and the environment. Philip Owira, TRT World.